Have you ever wondered how the marvel of technology in your living room came to be? In our everyday lives, we hardly pause to consider the amazing feats of engineering and design that have shaped the world around us. Take your television, for instance. It's a staple of modern living, a window to the world that sits right in our homes. But how did it come into existence? What tales of innovation and determination led to its creation? Television has revolutionized our lives in profound ways. It's more than just a means of entertainment. It's a conduit for information, a platform for storytelling, a tool for education, and so much more. It connects us, shapes us, and reflects our world back to us. And the story of its invention? Well, it's a tale as captivating as any show you might watch on that screen. It's a fascinating tale of ingenuity and perseverance. And that, dear listeners, is the story we're about to unravel. Our journey begins in the 19th century with a curious scientist named Paul Nipkow. This brilliant mind, nestled in the heart of Germany, was destined to change the course of history. Nipkow, in the year 1884, invented something remarkable, the Nipkow disc. This was not just a simple spinning disc. It was the first step towards mechanical television. Imagine a disc perforated with a series of holes spiraling towards the center, a design so intricate it could scan images line by line. Nipkow's disc was the catalyst, the spark that ignited the dream of transmitting images over distance. It was a concept so ahead of its time, it seemed almost magical. But like many inventions that are ahead of their time, the world was not quite ready to fully embrace it. Nipkow's invention was groundbreaking, but the world was not ready for it yet. Fast forward to the 1920s, a Scottish inventor named John Logie Baird picked up where Nipkow left off. Baird, a man of vision and tenacity, dreamed of images flying through the air, landing in homes far and wide. He became obsessed with this idea and tirelessly worked on creating the first working television system. In his small but bustling workshop in London, Baird tinkered with various mechanical and electronic components. His brilliant mind understood the potential of Nipkow's spinning disc, and he set out to refine it. In October 1925, Baird's perseverance paid off. He successfully transmitted the image of a human face, marking a pivotal moment in the history of television. It was a crude image, flickering and barely recognizable, but it was a face nonetheless. Baird had made the impossible possible. Baird had brought the vision of television to life. But the journey was far from over. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, a young prodigy named Philo Farnsworth was working on his own version of television. While Baird was experimenting with mechanical television, Farnsworth, a self-taught scientist, was busy shaping the future of television in a fundamentally different way. His vision? An all-electric television that would replace the spinning discs of mechanical systems with fast, invisible electrons. In the heart of San Francisco, Farnsworth was developing a device known as the image dissector camera tube. This groundbreaking gadget, which he completed in 1927, was the first of its kind. It consisted of a vacuum tube that converted individual elements of an image into corresponding electrical signals. These signals were then amplified and used to recreate the image on a separate screen. A far cry from Baird's cumbersome mechanical system, Farnsworth's image dissector represented a leap into the future of television technology. But how did it work? Well, the image dissector captured light from an image, and this light was then converted into a stream of electrons. The electrons were then scanned across a screen to reproduce the image. This process was incredibly fast, allowing for the transmission of moving images in real time. Farnsworth's first successful electronic transmission of static images happened in the fall of 1927. The image? A simple straight line. But don't let that fool you. This was a monumental moment in the history of television. For the first time, an image had been sent and received electronically without any moving parts. The implications were staggering. This was the birth of electronic television as we know it. Farnsworth's invention was a radical departure from the mechanical systems of the past, and it paved the way for the fast, high-fidelity transmissions we enjoy today. It was a revolution, a game changer in the truest sense. Farnsworth's electronic television was a game changer, setting the stage for the era of modern television. From that simple straight line to the high-definition images we enjoy today, Farnsworth's invention has truly transformed our world. As we entered the 1930s, television was ready to take the world by storm. The 1930s was a decade of rapid progress for television. As the technology matured, the prospect of a device that could bring moving images directly into homes became increasingly tantalizing. The first significant milestone of this era came in 1936, when the British Broadcasting Corporation, or BBC, launched the first public television service. This marked the beginning of television as a medium for mass communication. 3 years later, in 1939, television made its grand debut on the international stage at the New York World's Fair. The fair was a showcase of innovation and progress, and television was one of its star attractions. People were fascinated by this new technology that could bring the world into their living rooms. This was the moment when television transitioned from an intriguing novelty to a household necessity. However, the journey of television was not without its challenges. The onset of World War II in 1939 brought about a temporary halt in the advancement of television technology. Resources were diverted to the war effort, and the production of television sets was largely put on hold. But this period also highlighted the power of television as a tool for information dissemination. Newsreels and propaganda films were broadcasted to inform and influence the public, underlining the potential of television as a medium for mass communication. As the war ended, the television industry resumed its growth. The post-war period saw a boom in television sales as people welcomed the return of peace and prosperity. The television, with its ability to entertain, inform, and connect people, had become an indispensable part of everyday life. And so the television, a product of brilliant minds and decades of hard work, was born. So that's the story of the invention of television. We've journeyed through time, from the early sparks of brilliance ignited by Nipkow's disc to Baird's visionary mechanical system that made distant images a reality. Then we delved into the world of Farnsworth's electron, a leap that propelled us into the era of modern television. Each step, a testament to the power of human innovation and curiosity. From Nipkow's disc to Baird's mechanical system and Farnsworth's electronic marvel, the television truly is a testament to human innovation. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.